Cancer, hey, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. Welcome in. Happy birthday, number one. Oh my goodness, we've officially entered Cancer season. One of my favorite vibes, one of my favorite energies. I hope you have a fabulous celebratory season, feel honored, loved, and blessed for the beautiful soul that you are. Like I mentioned, it's one of my favorite energies because I think it really calls us to love on ourselves. And I think we just need that right now. You know, there's a lot that's happening. Some we can control, some of it we can't, right? Pluto's in retrograde, so it's really highlighting those places that changes either need to be made or we're resisting change. And it's not fun. You know, some of this is really uncomfortable. There's stuff that's coming out of the woodwork that just is challenging us. And on so many different levels, right? Right now, we're kind of being forced to learn those lessons. We obviously have free will. You don't necessarily have to, but it's not as good for you in the long run, essentially. Saturn is in Aries, and it's on top of Neptune, basically. So it's really calling us to trust ourselves, trust our instincts, trust where we're being guided and directed, and show up for ourselves in a new way, right? In a way that maybe is harder or we haven't done before. But it's giving us the opportunity to really connect with the things that are heart honoring, that are more authentic, that carry more happiness and fulfillment with it. So I like to start the readings off with an energy cleansing, just to set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, obstacles we might be coming into. It's a great time to set your own intention as well, Cancer, especially if you've come in with something on your heart or mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a really great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want to take me to take a look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're just interested in more of a realignment of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're aligned in self, when we're grounded in self, when we know who we are and what we want, it makes making those choices way easier, the hard ones, right? As well as like aligning us with our happiness, our fulfillment, our abundance, which we all deserve. And I would love to help support in whatever way possible, Cancer. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama. All right, Cancer. So I'm hearing like you're frustrated with someone this week. I feel like you just are kind of over it. I don't know. Someone's like not treating you right, not giving you a fair shake or giving you what you deserve. This feels like a situation where you've gone above and beyond to give them credit, give them space, give them understanding, etc. Like maybe even had to prove yourself to some capacity is what I'm hearing. I don't like either they're not really budging, they're not changing, they're not like letting up, they're making it more difficult and you're kind of over it, or acting like they just don't care, right? Mercury retrograde 100% in your overarching energy this week. Like something's on pause, something's on standstill, if not like moving back. You know, it's almost like I'm hearing however far you've come in this situation, whatever you've done to kind of like, you know, work with the energy, move forward, find better harmony, balance, whatever. It just like, it's starting to regress. It's starting like, not only is it not budging, but it's actually kind of starting to regress. And it does make a lot of sense that you would feel annoyed, right? That you would feel annoyed with this person, with this situation, because it feels a little bit undeserved, but it's also showing this is like something that like you kind of knew, right? 555 is on the clock. It's like signaling change, right? I feel like, here's the thing. I think intuition is a really interesting thing because you can totally intuit something way down the line, right? Way in advance. And it could take forever and ever to actually manifest, right? So there might have, why I'm saying this is because it feels like there's this part of you that was convincing yourself it would look different, get better, it could be better, etc. I feel like you've kind of had this idea within you, whether you, I don't know if there's pregnancy involved in the situation, I'm not going to speak to that, but this to me definitely feels like an idea or something that you've kind of kept hidden in your heart for quite some time, right? That you're thinking about. I mean, to me, this is like it, you're not completely ready to take steps yet, but you are like ready to kind of prepare yourself to put some type of plan into action. And I feel like it is specifically dealing with these areas in your life where either there's blocks, obstacles, you can't seem to like get a fair shake, etc. Because like your energy isn't bad. Like you feel innocent. Maybe, you know, you have a little mischievousness within you or whatever, but it's not like bad blood is what I'm hearing. Like you're not like trying to overtly hurt someone. And it almost feels like whatever you're dealing with is doing that to you. Not because it's penalization. I'm punishing you for what's happened, for how this has gone, for not doing X, Y, and Z, even though right now you might be doing X, Y, and Z, right? Because I'm getting this energy of like you giving them everything that they've asked for, maybe even a little bit more, and they're still not responding. And again, this to me is something you are expecting on some level, or you know this person, this situation enough to understand this is how they operate. Been there, done that, a little bit of that energy right now. And I feel like that's kind of why I'm hearing this is like a dream or something that you've kind of kept on the back burner, you've kept in the back of your mind, in the files, whatever. And it's starting to kind of enliven again. Like either you're remembering it or you're fantasizing about it a little bit more, what it would actually look like, what it would actually feel like. And to me, Cancer, this looks like the reason you're doing this is so that you can actually start making some steps, right? Knight of Cups, like someone, I don't know, like the Knight of Cups is a difficult energy to be working with, especially when there are challenges, difference of opinion, etc., because they don't really understand the gravity of their actions or their words. Well, it's more words than actions. It's them saying the right thing, but not being able to do it. And if anything, the way this is coming up, it's like I said, moving in the opposite direction. And you can't deny it any longer. I think it's just kind of at this point where like you see it exactly for what it is. They're not making any effort to hide it on some level. I mean, it's like, I feel like if you talk to them, or if you have even tried to talk to them, they'll tell you straight to your face what you want to hear, but it's not the truth, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Cancer. This is like not a fun person situation to be dealing with. Here's the thing, silver lining, like you're starting to get it. Knight of Pentacles moves a little slow. That's just how he is. He's always going to get to his destination. He's always going to get to his end point, but it might take a little bit longer for you to get there. It might have taken you a little bit longer to believe yourself. Water energy can be difficult because it is super intuitive. And when we intuit something and the reality, what's actually happening in real time, or what someone's saying doesn't really match up with that intuition, it's really easy to just pass it off or not pay attention to it or put the fantasy out into play, that it's going to be what you want it to be and not that thing that you're seeing, that you're realizing. But here's the thing, whatever you're dealing with is realizing it too. They're realizing it too. This might be a little bit of self-sabotage energy, or it's just mismatched energies, because neither party, like, you're at a point where they've put you through so much. You can't even win, no matter how it goes about it. It's not even worth your energy, or you're not even putting energy in anymore. And they're realizing that their tactics aren't working. So it's a little bit at an impasse. Not only is it at an impasse, but it also looks like whatever you're dealing with at the end of the day is just going to be like, you know what? I'm not doing this. Like, it looks like you're going to be getting some distance from this. And I think that's a good thing, honestly. I feel like you're both kind of ready. Either throwing in the towel to whatever capacity that looks like, having that honest conversation that really just levels the playing field for some of you. This is about, just, again, connecting. I mean, it goes back to what I was saying in the very beginning, that Saturn and Neptune in Aries. We have to work. We have to find our resilience to protect what is ours, what we see, what we sense, what we feel, and have people honor that. You know, I was just literally right before this reading thinking about how, however we feel in a relationship is how we're going to feel in that relationship. Yeah, there's a variety of highs and lows and happiness and whatever. But whatever those core feelings of what someone thinks about us or how we feel like they treat us or whatever, that's always going to be present. That's never going to go away. That's the dynamic. That's the foundation of the dynamic. And to me, it looks like you're dealing with something that can't change, that doesn't want to budge. Maybe wants to say that they're going to, or say that, oh, it would be different if you did this, this, and this. And then when you do this, this, and this, it's just not different. Recognizing that, trusting your instincts, figuring out what other options are available to you. Whether that's brainstorm. I mean, I don't see this person's situation being in a very receptive energy, because they're seeing you give up a little bit to whatever capacity that is, you'll know. Whether it's just you're taking a step back or you're too tired, but here we go. I listen to myself. Listening to my inner self is meditation. This leads me towards enlightenment. I don't waste my time on distractions and illusions. I avoid gossiping and judging others. It's so true, right? Because at the end of the day, this person's going to do what's best for them, and as we all should on some level. It does feel like they're avoiding a commitment. It does feel like they're avoiding something with you. So there is their responsibility of what they're choosing. And that's where Spirit's asking you to listen to yourself. Listen to what is actually being communicated. I love myself. When I am present, my true self appears. The authentic self is an expression of pure love. Loving myself is my real spirit. When I love and know myself, I am capable of truly loving others. So true. So hard, but so true, right? I think it's just an endless goal in life, an endless pursuit. We're always unfolding. We're always evolving. We're always discovering new pieces of ourselves and working to love those parts, the good, the bad, the messy. I surrender to life. I allow things to be as they are. I respect nature and everything around me. Only through acceptance and surrender can I enjoy a fulfilled life. 100%. Right? That's just that value of understanding that we can't control everything. We can't control everyone. Sometimes people think if certain things happen, they're going to be happy, and then they find out they're not, right? And you are in a sticky situation this week where it is really highlighting those things in your life, those relationships, those dynamics. And I feel like a little bit of space, everyone, right? Do what here's the thing. You need space anyway to get that better perspective, to get a little bit clearer on what it means to actually listen to yourself and love yourself in this dynamic. And it looks like you're being given that opportunity to do it. I feel like take advantage of it, use it for your, to get very clear, like I said, on what you want and need. I feel like it's going to help bring this into manifestation, whatever this thing is that you're kind of like really dreaming about, hoping about, etc. And it is, I mean, unfortunately, sorry, this is not the most fun reading to start off your birthday season, but this is just about overcoming those challenges. And that is how we love ourselves. How we love ourselves is committing to ourselves, seeing things through, honoring ourselves, and really listening to what we need. So I hope this helps, Cancer. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. Happy birthday. Definitely sending love and good vibes. I hope you found messages that resonated here, and would love you to drop comments below if you did, or just say, hey, I would love to connect and share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.